Yes, this is it. Finally, DC movies are getting the attention they deserve. I've already made a video about the DC Extended Universe and how disappointing it is, so I'm very happy to see it slowly recovering. The 2016 Suicide Squad was, to put it mildly, not good, not even average. And there were many wrong things with it: characters, plot, dialogue, writing in general. So, thank you, Warner Brothers overlords, for letting the 2021 Suicide Squad happen, because it rectifies probably the biggest failure of the most recent DC franchise. It's not like this is a 10 out of 10 movie because, in my opinion, it's almost impossible for a superhero movie to be that good. Of course, there are exceptions, but in the context of comics movies, The Suicide Squad is really good. Actually, it might be the best DCEU movie, not even kidding. What's so good about it, and how did one of the most ridiculed DC productions make such a strong comeback? Well, the main reason for that and the best thing to happen to Warner Brothers, a good director. James Gunn does what he does best. He killed it at Marvel with Guardians of the Galaxy, and he killed it at DC with The Suicide Squad. And if you think about it, these movies are very similar in style. Both funny, fun to watch, and most importantly, kinda stupid. I will repeat myself here. Even stupid movies can be good. A movie has to know what it is and embrace it. And by that, I mean the director has to understand what style he's going with and stick to it till the end. What sometimes happens is the style keeps switching multiple times during the film, and usually that just ends in a terrible mess. However, that is not the case here. Honestly, I adore Gunn's style of comedy. I've seen plenty of movies where jokes really feel forced, uncomfortable, and simply not funny. The Suicide Squad, though, made me laugh through the whole thing, and that's what I love about James Gunn. He knows how to make a funny and enjoyable film. It gives me Deadpool vibes, which is a very good thing. But let's move on to another connected but different topic: characters. I say connected because the funny and stupid style works well with the characters chosen. Of course, their dialogues are written really well to fit into the style too. Props to James Gunn again. It's clear that some of these characters are substitutes for the ones in 2016 Suicide Squad. For example, Bloodsport replaced Deadshot, King Shark replaced Killer Croc, Rick Flag and Harley Quinn return as well. The difference is these characters are actually interesting now. Nothing is really given about their origins, but that doesn't really matter. Each of them is unique, fascinating, make the best of their time when they're on the screen. Harley Quinn is great as always. Bloodsport and Peacemaker have their amazing rivalry. Rick Flag is just Rick Flag. King Shark is the most adorable but also extremely violent and fun character. Ratcatcher clearly the heart of the team, and somehow there's a Polka Dot Man, one of the least used characters in the comics. However, I'm glad he was part of the main team because my man literally shoots piercing, burning, exploding polka dots. He seems like an embodiment of what James Gunn's vision for his movies is: bizarre characters doing crazy stuff. Anyway, I want to return to the subject of directing, but I'll go a bit more in depth and with specific examples. So, firstly, the viewers are introduced to a team, Task Force X, consisting of Harley Quinn, Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, Blackguard, Javelin, Mongal, Savant, TDK, and of course Weasel. Even some of these individuals' existence is already funny. Weasel is literally an oversized weasel type creature that walks on two legs and is extremely stupid. 5 minutes into the movie, he drowns while landing on a beach from a helicopter because he can't swim. Like, usually someone drowning is tragic, but damn, this was funny. Okay, one thing I really want to talk about is how James Gunn plays with expectations and surprises. In the beginning, the camera work suggests that Savant, aka Brian Derlin, will be the main focus or the team leader. However, one after another, his teammates start dying and his head is exploded by Amanda Waller for abandoning his mission and running. Then, boom, we are shown that there's a second Task Force X with our actual main characters. And who would have thought that a bunch of rats would save the day by eating a giant one-eyed zombie starfish from space? Generally, there are a lot of events you can predict a few moments before they happen, yet you can't really say what will happen in 20 minutes and so on. I believe the movie does a great job by not revealing its cards too soon. Anyway, the camera work is great. For example, this fight scene looks stunning. Some of the stuff added in post production is absolutely ridiculous. Also, let's talk about the scene where Peacemaker and Bloodsport are competitively killing people and showing off, just for them to realize that the whole camp of people they killed are resistance fighters. And apparently, their resistance leader is nonchalant about it, proceeds to work with them under the guise I would make a deal with the devil to get revenge. I don't know, this whole partnership just seemed so funny to me. Oh, and just to touch on something, R-rated movies are awesome, especially for these kinds of stupid superhero films. You know, just like Deadpool, I'm often disappointed that more comics productions aren't R-rated, but I understand they want to make more money and be family friendly. Like seriously, me talking here doesn't really matter. I highly recommend everyone to watch this movie, especially if you were disappointed with the previous Suicide Squad and DCEU in general. It's such a refreshing experience. This just shows that projects in the hands of the right people, thank you James Gunn, can be turned into amazing products. Warner Brothers, please let good directors make movies for you and give them freedom, please.